my dear student. Today in this video lecture I am going to talk on introduction to software design concepts. This is my 15th video lecture in software engineering. The subject code of software engineering is 1618504. Dear student, I am preparing this video lecture based on State Board of Technical Education syllabus. So this 15th video lecture, Introduction to Software Design Concepts, belongs from third unit. The name of third unit is Software Requirements Analysis and Design. So we will see in this video lecture about the software design concept. The content of my today video lecture are: we will see software design definition, then I will explain principles of software design. In third, I will explain software design phase, and then I will explain the concept of the software design and level of software design. So this 5 topic I am going to be covered in this video lecture. I will explain each topic one by one. So I need your patience, I need your concentration towards my video, and this video will help you how to design the software in software engineering. So software design means it's a process to transform the user requirement into some suitable form, which helps the programmer in software coding and implementation. So software design is one of the process to transform the SRS documents into some suitable form. That suitable form helps the programmer for developing the software and the implementation. The first point says. Second point says that during the software design phase, design document is produced based on the customer requirements as documented in the SRS. Dear students, previous video lecture I clearly explained about the software requirement specification document, that is called SRS. So our design should be based on SRS. So this SRS document play an important role in the software design phase. Third point says that the aim of this phase is to transform the SRS document into the design document. So the main aim of the software design means to transform the software requirement specification into a design document. Now, the principles of software design. Some of the commonly followed software design principles are as follows. So these are the principles of software design which are followed commonly in most of the software design company. So first point says that our software design should correspond to analyze model. Second point says choose the right programming paradigm. So this principle also, under the software design principle, we have to also select a right programming language, because there are so many programming languages, but as per our project, which programming language is suitable? So we have to choose the right programming language. Third point says that software design should be uniform and integrated. So our design should be uniform and integrated. That means our design should be transparent and secure, and it should be tested. Next point says that software design should be flexible. That means it should be not rigid, it should be flexible. So when the developer start to develop the source code for the software design, they can able to make some changes if needed. Next point, software design should be structured to degrade gently. So our software design should be proper structured. It should be not zigzag or here and there. It should be proper structured, and so that it can be degrade gently if needed. Next point, software design should be reused. If we want to be use the same software design for the other project, can be used. So software designing for testability. So that software design can be testability. This property should be there in the software design. Next point, software design should be prototyping. So it is the sample for our software. Next point says that software design should be ensure minimum conceptual errors. That means while designing the software, we ensure that the conceptual error should be minimal. And the last point says that software design should represent correspondence between the software and the real world. So software design should represent correspondence between the software and real world. So these are the principles of software design which are commonly used for designing the software. Now, what are the phases of software design? So the following items are designed and documented during the design phase. So during the design phase, we are going to be design or documented this following items. So during the design phase, we required modules. So what are the different modules present in the software? So we need that. Second point, control relationship among the modules. So we are going to check and control the relationship between the modules or among the modules. Third point says that interface among different modules. So they are also going to check whether we are able to interface the properties from one module to another module. Second last point says that data structure among the different modules. So that documents and design should be also maintained during the software design phase. And the last, algorithm required to implement among the individual modules. So algorithm also play important role, and that is also implemented among the individual modules. So these are the points which comes under software design phase. So these are the items or design items that are required or during the design phase. Now, concept of software design. We will see the concept of software design. So software design concept simply means the idea or principle behind the design. So software design says that what are the ideas or principle we use behind this design. So that is called software design. Software design also describe how you are going to plan to solve the problem of designing software, logic, thinking behind how you will design software. So software design concept also explain or describe how you are going to plan to solve the problems of designing software. Third point says here, it allows the software engineer to create the model of the system or software or product that to be developed or built. So this is a third point of under the software design concept. So it allows, this concept allows the software engineer to create the model of the software product, right? So सॉफ्टवेयर डिजाइन कॉन्सेप्ट के द्वारा हमें क्या मिलता है, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर को अलाउ की जाती है, इजाजत दिया जाता है टू क्रिएट द मॉडल ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोडक्ट, राइट? लास्ट पॉइंट अंडर द सॉफ्टवेयर डिजाइन कॉन्सेप्ट इज software design concept provide a supporting and essential structure. So this design provide the supporting an essential structure or model for the developing right software, right? So software design concept provides, this concept provides supporting an essential structure or model for developing the right software as per the requirement of the customer. So these are the four basic points under the software design concept. Dear student, there are many, but I have given this four basic to make your understanding clear about the software design. Now, there are many concepts of software design, as I told you. Some of them are, I am going to be represent in a pictorial way. First point, abstraction, refactoring, information hiding, pattern, refinement, architecture, modularity. So these are the software design concepts. So this concept again we are going to see one by one. Now the following point should be considered while designing a software. So these are the points we are going to be considered when we are going to design the software. First point, abstraction. Abstraction means hide the relevant data. Why? Because it reduces the complexity and increase the efficiency and quality. Abstraction reduce the complexity and increase the efficiency or quality of the software. Modularity means subdivide the system. In simple way we can say that modularity means divide the system or project into a smaller part. What it will do, once you can divide the system into a smaller part, it reduces the complexity of the system or project, right? So after dividing the system or project into a smaller part, it helps to reduce the complexity of the project. Third point, we have architecture. Again, design a structure of something. Architecture means design a structure of something. Architecture simply tells that a technique to design a structure of something. That means by using this concept architecture, we are going to be design a structure of our project. Refinements means remove impurities. So what are the errors or bugs or problems is there in the software product, that can be refinement. That can be refinement, because refinement means we are going to be remove the impurities which is available in the software. After removing these impurities, the software or the product gets quality. So these are four software design concepts. We will see others also. Now next we have pattern. A pattern means repeat form. A pattern means repeated form. Pattern says that a repeated form or design in which the same shape is repeated several times to form a pattern. That means same shape can be repeated several times to form a pattern, a repeated form. Information hiding. Information hiding again means to hide the information. This will help to hide the information so that it cannot be accessed by any unwanted party. So hiding the information is another principle of the software design that helps our product. It cannot allowed to be accessed by any unwanted party, unauthorized, we can say that. Refactoring. Refactoring means reconstruct something. Refactoring means reconstruct something. So we are going to be reconstruct our software product. So refactoring means we are going to reconstruct our software product in such a way that it cannot affect the behavior of other features. So these are the principles of the software design concepts. Now, levels of software design. Levels of software design. Dear students, there are three different levels of software design. What are the three levels? Architectural level, high level design, that is also known as a preliminary level, and detailed design. So these three levels we are going to see one by one in this video lecture. Architectural design means we are going to give the view of overall architecture of the system. Again I am telling you, architectural design means we are going to give the overall structure of our software product. Next point says that architectural design identifies the software as a system with many components interacting with each other. So this design also identifies what are the components available in our software and how they are going to interact with each other. Next we have high level design, that is known as preliminary design. So in this, the problem is decomposed in a set of modules. Please make a note here. In high level design, we are going to be decompose a problem into set of modules. If we decompose the problem into set of modules, it reduces the complexity and helps the developer to concentrate on single module of which it's assigned to him or her. So the control relationship among various modules identify and also interface among various modules are identified. Second point under the high level design is the outcomes of this stage is called the program architecture. Please make a note here, my dear students. The outcome of high level design is called program architecture. Third point under the high level design is design representation techniques used in this stage are structured chart or UML. So these are the techniques used in high level design of the software. So what are the techniques? Structured chart techniques and UML. These are the two techniques we are using in high level design for designing the software. Last we have detailed design. Detailed design means once the high level design is completed, detailed design is undertaken. That means after the high level design is done, then only we can go for the detailed design. In detailed design, each module is examined carefully to design the data structure and algorithm. That means in detailed design, we are going to give more attention, we are going to give more emphasis on design, data structure and algorithms. So in detailed design, we are going to give more emphasis on the data structure and algorithms of the problems for designing software. Last point under the detailed design is the stage outcome is documented in the form of module specification document. So at last, once everything is done, then the final stage outcome is documented in the form of SRS, that is called software requirement specification document. I hope, my dear students, it's clear for you till now. Now, software classification. So we have two categories under which software are classified broadly: functional requirement, non-functional requirement. So functional requirement means requirement which are related to the functional aspect of software falls in this category. That means the requirement which are related to the functional aspect, then that type of a software is known as functional requirement. They defines function and functionality within the form of system software. That means functional requirement define functions and functionality within the form, within and from the software system. So that is the two main point under the functional requirement. Non-functional requirement says that the software or the functions which are not belongs under the functional requirement is known as non-functional requirement. Second point says that they are implicit or expected characteristics of the software. So non-functional requirement are expected characteristics of the software which user makes assumptions. So these are the two broad categories of the software under which software are classified: functional and non-functional requirements. I hope, my dear students, it's clear for you. Now we have a summary of this video lecture. I hope you understood about the concept of software design, and I clearly explain about what are the principles we are going to be take care while software designs, and I clearly explain about the level of software design that also helps you to understand more about the software design concept. And finally, I also explain about the software design phase and the classification of software. This is my reference of this video lecture. I am requesting you, please kindly go through these two books of software engineering, and I have given one YouTube link. Please visit this YouTube link to clear your more doubt or to increase your knowledge about the software design. Thank you, my dear students. I hope this video helps you and to acquire more knowledge about the software design. We will see in next upcoming video lecture. Thank you.